Alrighty, people. We are finally at the final episode of Life is Strange Remastered. If you didn't see what happened in the last episode, I strongly suggest you check it out. I will warn you, it's a very long video, so just to give you a heads up, but you definitely want to see that video before we start the final alley here. But before we start, if you guys are new to my channel and you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel. Follow my social medias. Links are in the description down below. Yeah. Let's get started.
Chloe? What? Where? It's a dark room.
Is anybody out there? Please help! Help! Somebody help me!
Finally, I'm free. Almost. I hate looking at myself like that. You'll pay for this, Jefferson. God, I don't remember anything that happened. This must be the same drug Nathan used on Kate. I promised I would never go back in time like this again. But this is the only way.
That's great. Oh, Max.
This angle highlights your purity, see? The slightly unconscious model is often the most open and honest. No vanity or posing, just pure expression. Oh, Christ. Look at that perfect face. Hold that stare there! Stay still! Oh, Max! You fucked up my shot! But please don't worry. We have all the time in the world. For now, I knew you were special the second I saw your first selfie. Yes, I still hate that word. But I love the purity of your own image. Not like Rachel, who was always looking in the wrong places. Poor Rachel. Wait. Let me try this angle. Don't move! Much better. Thanks, Max. If only Nathan could see this setup. He tried so hard. But you can't just throw a few subjects around and expect a cohesive style or theme. But he had an eye for shadows, and an eye for a whole lot more, as his elite family will find out, along with Arcadia Bay. Nice. Good. Oh, those eyes. It's just too bad you're so goddamn nosy, Max. But this room is under 24/7 surveillance, so all I had to do was text you from Nathan's phone. And you fell right into my hands. You really should have focused on schoolwork, not private detecting with your little friend.
Chloe.
Chloe, right. Yeah, I'm sorry that Nathan killed her in self-defense. But she had a troubled history like most Arcadia Bay dropouts. Nobody will be surprised or care. Though I promise, people will care when you die tonight, Max. I wasn't lying when I said you have a gift. Okay. Now this looks good. Maybe a few more close-ups. Max, please do not move so much. I need you posed and framed my way.
This man's using it.
A new dose will calm you down.
No.
This man's using a freaking camcorder for taking. Okay.
Now don't move or this will hurt much. Stupid bitch! You just don't listen, do you? In fact, you never did hear much in my class. If you had, you might have seen all this coming. God damn, you are a fighter, though.
Yeah.
I've had my eye on you, and I've noticed that you've been more fearless this week than maybe your whole life. Remember my #1 rule. Always take the shot.
Oh, Jesus. I can't believe that happened. So sick.
But you see how he mentioned that you would have saw it from the very beginning? That's literally the game telling you as the player.
Wait. Jefferson couldn't handle stains on his photos. Good. Now I can use them. I'd really like to smash that fancy camera into Jefferson's face. Oh shit. Jefferson kidnaps Victoria too? This is so bad. Victoria. Hey, Victoria. It's Max. Can you hear me?
Max. Oh God. Where are we? Oh, what's happening?
You've been drugged like Kate. And me. Do you remember how you got here?
No, I don't know. Wait, you warned me. You warned me about Nathan. Then I went to Jefferson for help and he was acting so weird. That's the last thing I remember. And I can't move my hands. Help me, Max. Please, I'm sorry for everything.
Listen carefully. Mark Jefferson kidnapped us. He's using Nathan as well. Jefferson is very dangerous, so we have to get out of here before he comes back.
Max, I just can't believe this is real. I don't want to die like this. I'm only 18.
Victoria, please listen. I have a plan.
Really? How? Max, I'm so scared.
So am I. But we don't have time to be scared. We have to fight back. Now.
Max, I can't even move my arms. How are we supposed to fight?
I'm not going to let that asshole get away with this. I need you to be strong. I can't do this alone. We need to act while we're clear-headed. If he doses us again, we'll forget everything.
Then Kate Marsh was telling the truth. Even though I knew she wasn't lying. And I could have helped her, Max. But I hurt her. Now it's my turn.
We're both here, okay?
I just can't believe this is happening. That Jefferson would do this to me. To us.
Victoria, we will find a way to escape. I promise.
Max, I believe you.
Wait. Jefferson couldn't handle stains on his photos. Good. Now I can use them. Whoa. I'm definitely more awake in this photo. I could try this one. This might work. Please work.
You have to get it.
I'm getting some spectacular images here, Max. Yes, Victoria would kill to be in your place, but she doesn't understand our connection. You're the winner, Max. I choose you. Your portrait.
Fuck you.
You're trying too hard. I know you're scared. You all have the same doe-eyed look when you wake up here, replaced by fear as you realize what's about to happen.
Mr. Jefferson, why are you doing this?
Oh, Max. I'm so glad you asked that question. Simply put, I'm obsessed with the idea of capturing that moment innocence evolves into corruption. That shift from black to white to gray and beyond. Most models are cynical. They lose that naivete. However, some Blackwell students carry their hope and optimism with them like an aura, and those lucky few become my models, my subjects.
Yes, you're a psychopath. And this is your last session.
Au contraire, Max. I'm so sane that nobody knows what's happening to you right now. As you can see, Sleeping Beauty here is too harsh for my gentle lens. And don't get me started on your late partner. I had enough of those faux punk sluts in my Seattle days.
You killed Chloe. You murdered my best friend.
She had a loaded weapon. This was clearly self-defense, but that's what happens when you play with guns. Or try to fuck with me. It's better when they don't know. Like pure, sweet Kate.
Blah, blah, blah. God, I hate your voice now.
You might as well savor it, considering it's the last you'll hear. Oh. That struck a nerve. Your face changed color. Beautiful.
You will not get away with this. I want you to know that.
Too bad you already made a convincing argument against Nathan in the principal's office. Thank you so much for setting him up for me. I do know that the Prescotts are going to have a major scandal when the town finds out what their elite son has been doing for homework.
You used Nathan.
I prefer the term manipulated. Like with an image. Nathan's was easy to twist around. I became a sort of father figure for Nathan. It happens often in teacher-student relationships. It was kind of touching for a while.
Did you tell him everything about your plans at Blackwell?
Don't be stupid, Max. I told him what he needed to hear. In return, I had access to the Prescott fortune. Who do you think paid for this glorious darkroom and equipment? How else could I get all these hip new drugs for my subjects?
Rachel Amber was your victim, not your subject.
Oh. Rachel Amber. That's the real tragedy. Nathan thought he could be an artist like me. Instead, the dumbass gave her an overdose.
Why Rachel?
I don't have time to tell you everything. But she was special. A human chameleon, so many visual possibilities. We had a real connection.
Did she let you take pictures of her?
Rachel was in love with me. That's not my ego. Just look at our sessions. Not that I'll let you. Nobody loved having their picture taken more. Anyway, Rachel is dead. But no tears. Los Angeles would have killed her anyway, so look at this as a favor.
You're evil.
Oh, I see. You and your friends almost beat Nathan to death. See, we're not so different.
Yes, we are. I cared more about Nathan than you did.
No, you didn't. It's just too bad that he fell in lust with Rachel. He actually thought he could mimic what I do with the camera and subject, like father, but not like son.
Where is Nathan now?
Dead and buried. After what he did to Rachel, I knew I couldn't keep him as a protege for much longer. Now the police will never find his body. Do you finally get it now, Max? I can't compromise my vision with amateurs.
You are an amateur. Look at the trail of death you left behind. You can't blame all this on Nathan. I don't care what you do to me. You're gonna die, motherfucker. For Chloe and Rachel and everybody else.
I do love your spirit, Max, but you brought yourself here. By your own choice. Anyway, I like my models to be seen and not heard. So I have to make sure there's nothing left behind of you. Okay. Now, let's see how these shots came out. I can see why your instant camera is so appealing. You don't need a computer to print your work out.
I have to speak over this. And I ain't trying to get copyright.
Sorry. I have all those photos in my diary. This could be a way out.
Personified. Okay. Now, let's see
I
how
have
these.
all those photos in my diary.
I can see
This-
why.
Wait. Please, Mr. Jefferson.
Max, I would love to talk shop, but I really need to go over these pictures, especially while they're fresh in my mind. I think our session was a career high for me.
You still have my diary.
Don't worry. Nobody's going to read it. Thanks for reminding me. There's nothing more innocent than a teenager's diary. Oh, look at your selfies. What a waste of talent. Look at that shot, Max. You can do so much better.
You have no idea.
Oh, now this one. This
You feel like
is
totally
purely
toxic, right?
personified.
Sad mothers and children.
Any one of you in a dark corner and capture you in a moment of desperation. Shh. I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb
I'm
word
back.
for a wonderful photographic
Right back where I started this insane week. And nobody is going to hurt Chloe ever
the photo
again.
Portrait has been popular since the early 1800s. Your generation was not the first to use images for selfie expression. Sorry, I couldn't resist. The point remains that the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography for as long as it's been around. Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
The Daguerrean process.
Oh, well, that was easy, Max.
Was it? Okay.
Well, okay then. So, the Daguerrean process made portraiture hugely popular, mainly because it gave the subjects clear, defined features. You can learn more when you actually finish reading the assigned chapters. Obviously, Max has read them. And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes
Time to change time.
The winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the
First, let's make it real easy to capture Mark Jefferson.
And Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
Bastard. I have to warn David about Jefferson and the dark room.
Victoria, you still have to do your homework this week. Even if you're submitting your photo for the competition, everybody in class is turning in a photo. So, you see the dilemma?
I know, Mr. Jefferson. I just worked so hard.
All I need is David's number, and Jefferson is one text closer to life without parole.
Everyday Heroes isn't
I hope I still love photography when this is done. Don't confuse the art with the artist. Bastard. Did you know someday your pictures would actually alter time and space?
To feel excluded from this process, but I also
I've got a ton of Blackwell brochures, so I hope David's number is in there.
my moment in the camera eye. Everybody should have that chance.
Oh, totally.
I I should be able to track down David's number from the school pamphlet. found you.
I only want to share whatever gifts I have.
For once, David, I'm praying you'll overreact to this as much as everything else. And take Jefferson down fast. You wanted me to enter the contest, asshole. So maybe I'll be going to San Francisco. And Jefferson, you'll be going to prison. The past within the past. Am I pushing myself too hard? It doesn't matter what happens to me. Hi, Kate.
Oh. Hey, Max.
Kate, listen to me.
I am.
Always remember that you're not alone. I've got your back no matter what happens. So do a lot of other people. We all care. We're all here for you. You need to know that.
Max, that makes me feel so blessed for the first time this week. I don't know what to say.
That's okay. Neither do I. Maybe we could both use a hug.
Thanks. You always know the right thing to do.
Well, and I thought I was gonna miss out on that one, but I didn't. Alright, so it looks like I'm in a very good position to get that plot. Alright.
Oh, Rachel. I'm sorry. Mr. Jefferson, we need to talk.
Can you see I'm talking to Mr. Jefferson now?
Yes, I see. But maybe you shouldn't.
And why not?
Hold on, Victoria. Are you okay, Max?
I will be when Victoria understands that hiding behind a screen, posting videos of people is incredibly cruel and unfair. You're smart enough to know how easy it is to hurt somebody, to destroy their life. I just want you to think about how much it would hurt if somebody did that to you. You can always make the right choice, Victoria. I know you've got a good heart. I've seen it.
Listen, I didn't...
You don't have to explain. There's no reason for you to be so insecure that you can't be happy with your own talent. Wouldn't it be better to lift people up than to bring them down? You could inspire people.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about now, do I, Mr. Jefferson?
I think I should stay out of this one, Victoria.
Then I guess I'm done talking.
And that's okay too.
That was kind of random, Max. What did you mean?
Here's my photograph for the Everyday Heroes contest.
Oh, that was easy.
No. It wasn't easy at all.
Well, I can't prejudge yet, but I'm very happy you decided to enter. That means a lot to me. And Blackwell. The first step for any artist is to put themselves out there in the world without fear. To be innocent.
Or guilty.
Well, thanks for the photo, and maybe both of us will be jet-setting to San Francisco this Friday.
Or maybe only one of us will be going.
Don't be so modest, Max. Anything can happen in a week.
As you're going to find out, Mr. Jefferson.
all that change.
Whoa! Okay. You're okay, Max. You're safe. On a plane. I hope I did everything right this time. Good work, David. Chloe. Oh, you're alive. Oh, you're alive. I did it. I fixed everything. Wowzer.
I just took in the fact she's wearing Chloe's necklace.
It's so weird to be in between realities. Everything is out of focus and in the distance.
Let's see, 10 across, 6 letters, blue.
Aw, I haven't seen Hot Dog Man in forever. Chloe and I used to totally play the video game and watch him all the time. When we were innocent. The beginning of the end for Jefferson and the Prescotts.
I can't wait to land in Frisco. Nobody calls it Frisco, so please don't.
We're almost in San Francisco. I'm so stressed, but I'm so excited too.
Excuse me, sir. Your phone has to be shut off before we descend. These are FCC.
I have to admit, I love being called an artist.
rules, sir.
Please fasten your seat and stow any electronic gear until the plane is on the ground and at the gate. Thank you. We're starting our descent in a few minutes. It's a beautiful day in San Francisco with clear skies and cool 60 degrees. We hope you enjoyed your trip, and we thank you very much for choosing Pacific West Air. Come fly with us anytime.
I don't think so. I'm hoping these airline seats get smaller so I won't have to fly at all anymore.
How did you sleep?
Hope I wasn't snoring out loud, Max.
Just a bit.
It's been a tough week at Blackwell. So I hope you'll forgive me. Between Mr. Jefferson and Prescott's, things have been hectic, to say the least.
I totally get it, Principal Wells.
That's a smart way of telling me to stop whining. We are proud of you for representing Blackwell at the Everyday Heroes contest. I know I'm not exactly the guide you wanted in San Francisco, but we all want you to have a great experience here.
I already am, and we're not even there. Oh, Christ. Another nosebleed? Max, you're not just screwing around with time.
And more photos change. But the time loop is breaking.
San Francisco is so cool. And this gallery is huge.
So is the buffet. If an event skimps on the food, you know it's a bad event.
As long as I don't have to eat any caviar.
This is your day, Max. You can do whatever you want. I hope you take advantage of your status and talk to as many influential people here as possible. Work the room.
I don't know. I feel so weird, like I'm a little kid hanging with the adults.
Max, after this week, you are certainly not a little kid anymore. In fact, you're a noteworthy adult being honored by your peers. Now you have to start acting like the photographer you want to be. Hell, I wanted to be in charge of a big school someday. So I started taking charge of things when I was young. Ask my poor classmates. Max, I'm gonna eat up that caviar so you don't have to. Better get in there and start schmoozing. You know, I won't always be here to take charge. But you come talk to me whenever you want.
Come on, Max. After everything that's happened, this should be the least scary thing you've ever done. Wowzer, Max. You did it. Somehow. I went from the dark room to this gallery. I've been through so many realities in 1 week. Life is weird. There I am, along with all the other winners. I should say artists instead.
Why, good morning. You must be Max Caulfield. Congratulations for your Everyday Heroes photo. The exhibition is quite impressive, especially with your entry.
Wowzer. A Danny Lee article. I love how much cool art is going on all over the Bay Area. Unlike Arcadia Bay. How fun. Yes, Warren would definitely go ape over this show. I love how much cool art is going on all over the Bay Area. Unlike Arcadia Bay. I wonder how it is to live in a submarine like that. It must be really claustrophobic. The revolution will not be televised. Holy shit. This flyer was designed just for Chloe. I wonder if I'm ready for the mosh pit. But what would I wear?
Okay, so to get the next photo that's over here.
It's great to read all these comments. Even the mean ones.
See this little girl here? And so you get that photo there.
That one is kind of silly. I would love to have this on a shelf. Someday. I like. Oh, but imagine how much time it takes to make one sculpture.
Yeah. Okay. So now that we did that...
Aren't you from Blackwell Academy? I wanted to go there, but I didn't get in. They have such a cool program. I bet you're learning a lot.
Yeah.
Look at this print. The depth of field, the colors. Look at the bokeh shape. This was definitely shot with a medium format camera using a Leica 35mm lens. You can definitely find out those details. The story of a photo if you know how to look at all the details of a picture.
Oh, this is so interesting, Matthew. I didn't think you knew about all this.
When I was younger, I did a lot of photography studies. Didn't I tell you about it, Emma?
Yeah, but he is right though. You can tell a lot from an image.
How do these galleries afford to rent here?
There he is, chowing down.
It was cool that Principal Wells came along. He could have canceled our entries after what happened with Jefferson.
I know it's kind of simple.
So, how are you handling your new fame as a photographer?
I don't feel like a famous photographer yet.
Every journey starts with the first step. I'm only a Blackwell bureaucrat, not an artist. But you've made us proud with the great response to your work so far.
It's kind of surreal to be here after everything that happened at Blackwell.
All the more reason to celebrate your success.
Maybe I feel guilty for celebrating.
Leave that to me. I should have been more proactive about Kate Marsh and her awful situation. She's strong, and I'm glad she made it out of that hell. I should have put my foot down with Nathan Prescott. Or put my foot in his ass.
Mark Jefferson was good about hiding his tracks. We were all fooled by him.
Most of all, me. As you might know, I have a weakness for prestige. And Jefferson had such a great reputation. Nobody expected him to be so disturbed. I couldn't believe the police found those sick photos in his dark room. Oh, those poor girls.
At least he's in jail along with Nathan for kidnapping and murder.
And Sean Prescott is now under serious investigation for all his years of corruption. Money and power can only protect you for so long at Arcadia Bay. The irony is that for once, Sean Prescott actually had no clue what was going on with Jefferson, and he even brought him to Blackwell.
Now if we can just figure out what's going on with the weather, maybe everything will be like it was before.
Environmental science is above my pay grade, Max, but it sure would be nice to get back to Blackwell Academy the way it was before.
I'm hoping this is a fresh start, Principal Wells.
Like I said before, you're an adult now, Max. You can call me Ray. Oh, at least for this event. Now, if you'll excuse me, I hear the buffet calling me again. Excuse me, Max. I have to go call my wife and tell her I haven't broken my diet. No blackmail, please.
Of course. Well, that's taken care of.
Oh, hey, you're the one who entered the self-portrait. Or actually, do you call it a selfie? Anyway, I was very impressed about how you subverted it to make all of your photo subjects the focus. Oh, very smart. Oh, hey, you're the one who entered the self-portrait. Or actually, do you call it a selfie?
I do not
Anyway,
understand
I was very
that.
impressed about how you subverted it to make all of your photo subjects the focus. Oh,
How much would you pay for that?
That is different.
Really?
Well, I have to say, this is the best everyday hero show I've seen since it began. All the pictures say a lot about our times. Bravo.
Oh yeah, I know you saying a lot with that one. Jeez.
I always get... Hey, I love your shot. I just wanted to say congratulations, and I hope you get a lot more attention.
This makes me feel so sad. Like I was back in high school. Usually these kind of contests, they put me to sleep, but I like how this show is about specific actions, you know, not just abstractions. The Zeitgeist is doing some unique stuff this year.
God, I love art.
Did I speak to her?
You must be the everyday hero from Blackwell. My name is Lauren Francis, and I run the media department at Detroit School of Visual Arts. I'd love to talk about you being a residency next spring. Don't say anything to Principal Wells yet.
I wonder if I can buy these everyday heroes pictures. Sorry, I don't know your name, but I saw your picture in the gallery brochure, and I just wanted to let you know how cool your entry was.
Don't know my name, but
Excuse me, I just wanted to tell you how much I loved your photograph. I've seen a lot today, but there's something powerful and understated in yours. I can't wait to see much more of your work in the future.
yeah, Ashley Birch, you didn't hide your voice well that one.
Hi, excuse me, you're Max Caulfield, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry to bother you, but my name is Danny Lee, and I'm with the Berkeley People's Herald. I edit their arts section, and I totally dig your work. Now, I know the whole ironic selfie thing is kind of played out, but there's something timeless about your images, so I'd love to set up an appointment or interview with you when you get a chance. Here's my card. So great talking with you, Max.
You too, Danny.
Danny Lee. Alright, there's this photo now.
Hi, and there she is to save the day.
Hi.
You did it, Max. You're a real artist. At least for today.
Hey, are you okay? We lost you there for a second.
Your nose.
I'm okay. Jet lag. High altitude. Oh, you left the ringer off, idiot. Oh, come on. Please answer.
Max, holy shit, man, your vision. It's true. You saw the tornado. It's coming.
What? Oh no. Chloe, where are you?
I'm so fucking scared. I'm by the beach.
Chloe! Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Oh my god. The tornado was real. Oh, I didn't fix shit. Chloe will die. Arcadia Bay is gonna be destroyed. There has to be a way to stop this. For good.
How do these galleries afford to rent here?
This makes me feel so
Bad
sad.
exposure.
Like I was back in high
Bad
school.
framing.
No fucking way. Chloe can't die again. I have to save her.
this is where things gonna get wild.
Oh, shit. Oh, my head.
What is going on now? It feels like reality is breaking apart. What am I doing to time? I just have to make one simple change, so I won't end up in San Francisco. Simple. Sorry, San Francisco. Chloe comes first.
Oh boy.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
God, no. I'm back here again? I thought I fixed everything.
What did you say, Max?
Nope.
What? Jefferson should be in jail, not here.
Jesus. It's like you're back in my class. You're still spacing out. It might be cool if you took one of your patented selfies now. The transformation between the old Max and the new Max. Anyway, answer my question, please.
Eat shit and die.
Good answer. Good answer. Hey, your nose is bleeding. Probably gave you too big a dose. Sorry about that, Max. But considering you're about to die, a nosebleed is a first world problem. Oh, I had to let Victoria Chase go.
You let her.
Don't be stupid, okay? She's exactly where she deserves to be.
No.
Oh, as if you care. Your iris, that dilation like a shutter. The pictures you're taking of me now. Too bad you pissed away your gift. You could have won the contest, but you destroyed your own beautiful photograph. What a waste. Sorry, I burned all your stuff. I got a little carried away.
Fuck. He burned my diary.
Always.
That's why I'm still here.
Especially since you've developed from nerd to hero within a week. There's something weird going on with you. Whoa. Did you see how crazy it is outside? Like I said, something weird. There's that fear. Oh, Max, it's an honor working with you on these final sessions. I hope these images will be appreciated for what they truly capture. The loss of youth. At least, that's the last lecture you'll ever have to hear from me. And I promise you, no more nosebleeds.
Mr. Jefferson, please, don't do this. You don't know what's happening.
Shh, 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 shh. Quiet. Quiet, Max.
Please, don't
do this.
I promise. This final dose won't hurt. What?
David!
No, David, no!
Jeez.
And I promise you, no more nosebleed.
Wait, hold on. Can I please ask you for one last request?
Oh, you got me, Max. How can I deny that face?
Would you take one last picture of me? I want to be your best subject.
I almost don't believe that, but I think you've finally learned from me.
That's how you get that trophy. You have to make sure you request he requested you take one final shot of him and you'll get that trophy. Carrying on.
I promise. This final dose won't hurt. What?
David, watch out!
How? How did you know that?
Get the camera next to you!
No gun, no balls.
Jefferson, it's over.
You are not going to stop me. You are not going to stop me. You are not
He's
going
hiding
to
a gun
stop
over
me.
there!
It's over.
You are not
David,
going
kick
to
that
stop
table!
me.
Yes, sir.
David Madsen. You are not going to stop me.
David, kick that table!
Yes, sir.
David Madsen. Going to stop me.
It's over. Jefferson, it's over.
David, kick that table!
Yes, sir.
This is driving me nuts.
Jefferson, it's
He's
over.
hiding a gun over there!
Sorry, Madsen.
This is not making any sense.
Jefferson, it's
He's
over.
hiding a gun over there!
Jefferson, it's over.
David, kick that table!
Yes, sir. Jefferson, it's over.
You are
Grab
not
that bottle.
going to stop me. Sorry, Madsen.
Okay, this is...
Jefferson,
Grab
it's
that bottle.
over. Jefferson, it's over.
You are not going
Grab
to
your
stop
gun
me.
now!
Got it.
Jefferson, it's
Grab
over.
your gun now!
Got it.
Are you kidding? How?
Jefferson, it's over.
Grab your gun now!
Got it.
How did he get over there?
Jefferson, it's over.
Oh, Lord, Max. Are you okay? Are you all right? Can you move?
Yes. Thank you, David. Thank you.
Don't thank me. You brought me here. Let's wrap up this son of a bitch first. He won't be going anywhere when he wakes up. Except you are going to prison forever. Or worse.
Mr. Jefferson, now it's your turn to be captured in a moment. Save Chloe. He burned everything, including all of my photos. Warren! Yes! I can use that picture he took of us. Shit! No signal. Thanks, Mr. Jefferson, but you won't need this anymore.
Now, what the hell is this place?
I better go outside and call Warren. Oh, please answer. David? Are you okay?
Look at this place. It feels like hell.
Jefferson was going to kill me. Like he did to Victoria Chase.
Oh, no. I always suspected that son of a bitch.
I never did. Until too late.
You shouldn't have to suspect your teacher.
He wasn't a real teacher. He just wanted to lecture. It was part of his sick plans.
I wasn't surprised when you accused Nathan of drugging Kate Marsh. I thought so too. And Max, I'll never forgive myself for what happened to Kate. I feel like I helped push her off that roof.
Kate was bullied up to that roof. But it was still Nathan and Jefferson who put her there.
I knew Nathan Prescott was a threat. I just waited too long to neutralize him.
Jefferson already did. They had some weird father-son thing going on. But Nathan killed Rachel, and Jefferson had to use him as a scapegoat.
That pervert was pulling all this shit right under my nose, too. I could have stopped him and Nathan if only... I wasn't so stupid.
No. I told Principal Wells Nathan had a gun and almost used it. But he didn't want to believe me. I should have been more loud.
We all make decisions we regret. But I have to admit, I'm impressed by you. And Chloe. And your investigation. I had all the high-tech toys, well, you had each other.
We are a great team.
That's one of my problems. I'm not good at teamwork. Never was. Even in the service.
I can't even imagine what you went through.
I'm not gonna make any excuses for my behavior.
I tried to be a good soldier, but I wasn't so great. I tried to be a good father, too, but when Joyce kicked me out, I had nothing.
I'm so sorry about that. I didn't want that to happen.
I should never have set up those surveillance cams. Or kept all those files.
I'm going to tell Joyce I was wrong about you. She does love you. It's pretty obvious.
I try not to use my service as an excuse, but it's hard to come home after war. Most people don't know or care what it's like. Except Joyce. She gave me hope. A new life.
And you saved mine. Chloe, she would be proud of you.
I just want to see her safe with her mother. I promised Joyce I would go see a family counselor. And I'll start by apologizing to Chloe. I don't expect her to call me Dad, but maybe she'll stop calling me step-douche. So, where is Chloe?
Shit. I can't let him, bro.
David, Chloe is dead.
This isn't happening. You can't. No, God. Not Chloe. Max, are you sure? Are you...
Yes, I saw her. I saw a Jefferson killer in the junkyard last night.
Last night? When I was feeling sorry for myself in my hotel room? I promised Joyce that I would protect her and Chloe. How can I face her and explain this? I never even told Chloe that I... God damn it! You killed my wife's child, you sick fucker! And you took away my stepdaughter?
David, wait!
Max, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Damn, man, he blew his brains out.
What a mess. What have I done? All that time I wasted with surveillance. Chloe, I'm sorry. Joyce, I failed you. My family.
You didn't fail. You did your best.
Max, you better get outside. You've seen enough of this room.
David, thank you for saving me. All this expensive gear just for sick bullshit. Hold tight, David. I'm going to fix everything. So gross. I wonder if he charged that duct tape to Blackwell. No more fucking guns.
Well, he's good as dead.
Frank isn't a bad person, but he can't be in denial about the drugs he provided. Oh, Chloe. I'm gonna save you. For the last time.
Why can't I just wake up?
There's no way I'm leaving your necklace here. Nobody will look at Jefferson's work the same.
Keep killing you forever.
Gosh, damn. Yeah, this was so dark.
I lost.
Just looking at that makes me want to vomit. I want to burn all these photos. I hate looking at me like that. Damn. Jefferson torched everything.
What do I tell you?
Now the only photo I can get is the one Warren took. Oh. That's Victoria's bracelet. I bet Jefferson was going to use that to frame Nathan.
Killing you forever.
I can still feel those straps. Stop, Max. You're free. Hold tight, David. I'm going to fix everything.
Oh boy.
Freedom. Holy shit. This storm is real. I need to find Warren. Yes! Warren, can you hear me? Never mind. Listen, do you have that photo you took last night in the parking lot?
Yeah, but why? It wasn't that great a shot.
Yes, it is, and I want it. Where are you?
I'm at the Two Whales Diner. Pretty much trapped in here with Joyce thanks to this Armageddon weather. I'm expecting the ocean to turn red.
I'm on my way.
Come on, that's crazy. You can barely walk on the sidewalk outside. Seriously, Max, stay wherever you are. I don't think the storm is getting smaller. I'm kind of scared.
That's okay. Me too. But it's not over yet, Warren. So hold on.
Girl, like, you did all that talking when you could have been in the car. Like... Dog, I got scared for a second. I thought the thing was about to crash again.
Culture of sin and entitlement would lead to God striking us down. And I'm the one trapped in this fucking radio station. Somebody get me the hell out of here now!
Yo.
You have one new message. Message received yesterday at 9 p.m.
Max, it's Nathan. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I didn't want to hurt Kate or Rachel or I didn't want to hurt anybody. Everybody used me. Mr. Jefferson is coming for me now. All this shit will be over soon. Watch out, Max.
boy. This is one of the things about to get real.
Lauren is at the True Hills Diner, so hurry up. Hey, that guy's trapped. I have to help everybody I can.
Thanks, kid.
Are you okay?
Once I get the hell out of here. I've been hauling loads way too long in this shithole town.
Better go now.
And I ain't never coming back here. You need a lift?
No thanks. I have to find a friend.
You go, girl. You go.
This is real. Death is everywhere. It's following me. Right here. Storm.
Okay, if you insist. Whoa, Max! You do know things. I'm such an idiot.
Only if you don't find a safe spot until this blows over, okay?
Now I better listen to the real everyday hero. Come with me.
I have to help somebody else first.
This is the end. It's all over now.
I'm supposed to line up the shot. It's blowing fire out of its hole.
Another way around. Mystery solved. But nobody gets a reward.
it's with this wheel, isn't it?
How can I get out of here? This makes me so sad. If we can make it out of this, Chloe. Okay, I just need to switch on the electricity to activate the sprinkler. He's dead. Electrocuted. Oh no. I want to help that fisherman, but he's in shock and he might not hear me.
Okay, I think I see where I can do this.
No more storms.
Come on, you have to get out of here right now.
I need to breathe. I need air. I can't die in this room. I can't.
You should get out of here.
The whole town is dying.
Okay, I better hurry to the diner over there. I need Warren's photo.
Okay. So the whale. Oh. This is the thing, right? Wait, so how do I move that? That thing's gonna blow up the diner. How do I...
Come on, Max. Stop that fire.
I'm supposed to line up this shot, but I can't. Duh, this one is annoying because you gotta line up the shot here and I don't know how to do it.
Yes.
Okay, there's a car up in the diner here. Okay. I got that one. But the one with the whale is the one that's like... Oh, now I can take it.
Look at that. This tornado might be the end of the world. But not if I can change it.
Okay, I have to line it up. There it is. Alright. That was a little difficult. Alright. Now that we got that, we took care of pretty much everything else.
I wish life was back to simple eggs and bacon. Damn, this is blocked off. Now I have to find another way into the diner. Oh no. Officer Barry died before I could help him. It's too late now. She's not here. I hope she's in a shelter. I never even asked her name.
Attention! Once again, this is not a test. This is not a test. An E6 tornado warning has been issued.
At least nobody's going to starve in here.
The emergency broadcast system is now in effect.
Trust me, I'm trying to figure out how. I swear.
Max! Oh, Max! Oh, Jesus, I am so glad to see you, sweetie. Are you okay?
Yes. What about you guys?
2 Whales is barely standing now. I don't know if it's gonna make it through this tornado. Oh, poor Officer Barry and all those people out there. Okay, get your ass inside. I have to get back to this gentleman on the ground. Lauren has been gathering all the first aid.
It's not much, Joyce, but it's all we have.
You okay, Warren?
How the hell did I ignore all those warnings, Max? The snow? The eclipse?
There's nothing you could do about it, Warren.
I'm so stupid. I should have seen it coming.
And what was you gonna do when you knew it was coming, bro?
So glad everybody is safe here. But I need that photo from Warren to help Chloe.
Sorry.
No, I'm just a pussy.
Okay, Max. Excuse me while I go help this other gentleman.
Frank, I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, makes 2 of us. Now, if only I had Rachel back. Now, Max, what about that info I gave you? Did you and Chloe find out what happened to her?
Oh, Frank. I don't know how to say this, so I just will. Rachel is dead.
God, no, please. Please, no, not Rachel. She can't fucking be. Are you sure? I mean, how do you know?
We used the names you gave us to track down a farmhouse. My professor, Mark Jefferson, has this creepy photo torture room. And we found out he was using Nathan Prescott to drug and photograph Blackwell students.
Prescott? Fuck, I knew it! I should never have hooked up with that sick punk. Pompidou hated him. Yeah, you saw Rachel.
Yes. I wish I didn't. I'm so sorry, Frank. Nathan wanted to impress Jefferson and he killed her.
How? How did he kill her?
He used some drug and gave her an overdose.
An overdose? The only way Nathan could have done that is if I sold it to him.
Damn.
I killed my lioness. No. What have I done? Where is this motherfucker Jefferson?
He's dead. He won't be hurting anybody anymore.
Rachel. Oh, God. She was the one good thing in my life, Max. I know she was too young. I expect her to leave me, just not how it happened. I would never have stopped her from going after her dreams.
I know. She obviously cared about you, Frank.
Rachel cared about a lot of people. Especially Chloe. But, now I see why Rachel dug her. And Chloe was man enough to ask me for help after all that shit we went through.
Chloe would appreciate that.
You know, the one time I met my dad, the bastard quoted the Bible and said he wanted to enter his house justified. In other words, to do the right thing. Me too. And maybe you're helping me get there, Max. Don't get me wrong, kid. I still think you're weird. But you're cool.
I can't seem to escape the 2 Whales.
At least Frank still has Pompidou at his side. It's hard to believe people were eating breakfast here only a few hours ago. Max, give yourself one moment to do nothing. This is where I convinced Chloe I could rewind time. So, what's the point of this power? What's the lesson? To keep fixing what I keep fucking up? No, because I didn't ask for this gift. But I was able to stop Mark Jefferson. And now I can stop Chloe from dying. For the last time.
I hate to say I'm glad to see you, but I'm so glad to see you.
That's okay. The important thing is that you're safe. And I know you can take care of yourself after Nathan.
Should have done that a long time ago. But damn, Max. Can't believe you actually drove down here in the middle of a fucking E6 tornado. Just for one photograph? I mean, I know you didn't come for me.
Warren, I came for all of you. Just tell me you do have the photograph.
I just want...
Now shut up and listen.
Oh yeah, you're finally going to tell me what you never did in the parking lot.
I wish I would have. So I'm just going to tell you without any explanation. Trust me, okay?
I always do. You should probably tell me quick.
I had a vision in Jefferson's class of a tornado destroying Arcadia Bay. I went to the bathroom and saw my best friend Chloe get shot by Nathan Prescott. You with me so far?
Where else could I be? Go on.
Then I found out that I could rewind time. And long story short, Mark Jefferson is insane and dangerous.
Whoa, is that all?
I have to go back in time. Jefferson already killed Chloe. I can't let that happen. I have to do something, Warren.
Max, going back in time is what caused the storm.
All because of me? How?
I'm not a real scientist, even though I play one at school, but this seems like pure cause and effect. Maybe chaos theory. What happened with Jefferson? Did he hurt you?
Nathan accidentally killed Rachel Amber trying to impress Jefferson. He just needed mental help. Now they're both dead.
Jesus, Max. I want the whole story, but I guess we really are out of time.
But I can still change things. What do you think will happen?
For every action, there's a reaction. Whenever you reversed or altered time, maybe you caused a chain reaction. Even in the environment.
Warren, I know this all sounds insane, but you're the only other person who I can count on now. I wish we had more time together. Do you believe me?
Max, of course I believe you. You're the most amazing person I've ever met. And I'm glad you trust me.
Always. I just wish I could trust my powers. I guess we'll never know if it's magic or science.
Even if it's from a wizard or a wormhole, you're part of something bigger. I don't believe in fate or destiny, but after this week, I realize I don't know shit.
That makes both of us, Warren.
I do know you're here for a reason. And I guess it's up to you to find out why. Max, I'm sorry you got stuck in this. I don't have a fucking clue what's going on. But I have total faith that you'll do the right thing when the time comes. I'm so proud of you, Max. How could there be a more important moment in history? And I'm in the middle of it with you. So thank you for trusting me.
Thanks for being here. Always.
Please be okay, Chloe. I can't lose you.
Hey, be careful out there.
Warren was a real one. I'll help him out.
For luck.
Just in case we don't get out of this, I wanted to say...
I know, Warren.
Of course you do.
I'm going to make the right choices from now on. I swear.
That's why you're Super Max.
Have you been drinking?
I know. Pain in the booty. Just one picture.
We got no time for this shit. Come on, Max. Chloe. Jesus, dude, what is up with you?
I'm just glad we're here together.
I guess you need to talk. No worries. It's all good.
I'm glad you're with me too. What's going on, Max? We have to find Nathan right now. He's gonna
Sorry, Warren.
Did to Rachel. Chloe, wait, listen. I can walk and listen, okay? Stop and listen for once. Fine, Max. I'm listening.
Chloe, you can't go in that party. You're gonna die if you do.
You used your powers, right? And you fucked around with time and I died.
Not like that.
You're supposed to back me up. So there's no way that punk-ass bitch Nathan Prescott is taking me down.
You're right, he won't. Mark Jefferson killed you. And others.
Jefferson, the art teacher? That's bullshit. Nathan is the fucking serial killer. We saw the proof. Now, excuse me, I'm going to that party to make sure he never hurts anybody again. Are you coming?
Nathan is dead, and you're in danger.
That fucker is already dead? How do you know that?
Because I was there.
Will you please tell me exactly what happened? Please.
Chloe. Jefferson drugged and kidnapped me. I was tied up in his bunker. You have no idea what hell I went through to get back here. But I couldn't let you die. You brought me back here, and I can't lose you again. I won't.
Max, I'm so sorry. I was the one who dragged you into all this shit. Nobody, especially you, should have to go through that. Now we have to stop Jefferson. With one bullet.
No, not this way. Chloe, I can't keep fixing everything if all I'm gonna do is just break it over and over again. I know how this is gonna turn out, and I'm afraid I'm fucking up all these alternate realities.
Wait, alternate realities? What do you mean, Max? What did you do?
I fucked up, Chloe. I wanted to make things right, but everything turned out wrong.
Max, what the hell are you talking about?
I was able to go back in time to the last day William was alive. I stopped him from leaving, but you ended up in a car crash instead.
You saw my dad again?
You were completely paralyzed. And you were in pain. You were slowly dying, and you asked me to end your life. I did. For you. I didn't want you to suffer in any other timeline or reality. I couldn't bear the thought of you in any more pain.
God, Max. That must have been awful for you. I'm so sorry I had to ask you that.
It was worse for you. But I had no idea what would happen, and as usual, I messed everything up, and I never want to hurt you. Ever. You have to believe me.
Of course I do. Do you think I would even know how to handle that situation? Nobody would. The important thing is that we're together again.
You're right. That's why you should come with me, so we can stay together and stay alive.
I hear you, Max, but do you think we should let Jefferson get away with torture and murder?
Of course not. If we tell David, he'll believe us and he can actually stop him. Right?
I don't get it. Why do you trust him after you totally reamed him the other day? He's not even at our house anymore.
Chloe, David saved me from Jefferson. If he didn't track down the dark room, I'd be dead right now.
Max, I had no clue. I should have been the one to save you, but I'm so grateful David was there. So what's your plan?
We tell him everything, including that Victoria is in danger.
Okay. You've been through so much. I believe you, Max. After all, I'm still your faithful companion.
Yes, you are. So listen, in a few minutes, I won't know any of this happened. Nothing. We absolutely have to stay in your room and do nothing. Then we explain everything to David, and we finally let him do his job. You'll have to tell me exactly what I did and said just now. Just explain that I traveled through time using the photo.
Will you believe me?
I'll always believe you, Chloe.
Look how badly she's just messing up the timeline.
See that the real Max is back. So how was your time trip, dude?
Shut up. Oh, you're alive. You're alive. Oh, both of us. I did so much to bring you back, Chloe. It worked. Actually worked. You're with me again.
Looks like even fate doesn't want us apart. And I traveled through multiple realities just to save my ungrateful ass over and over, and I hope it was worth it. I don't blame you for wanting me out of your life after all my drama.
Come on. I'm the official drama king and queen of Arcadia Bay this week. Just look at what my powers have caused in just a short time. Nobody.
You're Max fucking Caulfield, Time Warrior. Even if you weren't, you're kind and caring. Nobody could have a better best friend. Nobody. You didn't ask for any of this to happen, but it did. You need to accept how awesome you are.
Maybe I willed it subconsciously or something. I always wanted my life to be special. An adventure. But could not without you. And it didn't happen until I moved back here. So, without you, my powers wouldn't even exist. And for whatever scientific, mystical reason that we'll obviously never figure out, we were meant to be together at this exact moment in history. I have to think that Rachel was somewhere behind the scenes, fighting for justice. I'd like to think that too. We all owe Rachel Amber. Now tell me everything that happened. You remember, right? Well, we left the party and made sure Jefferson couldn't find us. For once, I was glad I lived in an actual fortress. Then the storm got hella crazy, and you said we would be safe at the lighthouse. Oh, wait, look. The storm is getting bigger now. It's coming closer. I can't even believe this is real. This is happening because of me. Stop it. Stop beating yourself up, okay? We've both paid our dues already on it. God, look at that. Look at that monster. Who knows? This could be Rachel's revenge. Our revenge. The lighthouse is out of the way of the tornado. Come on. Chloe. I've got your back, Grace.
Alfred Hitchcock famously called film little pieces of time.
I'm back in class. What the hell?
These pieces of time can frame us in our glory and
I
our
have to
sorrow.
listen to this Jefferson lecture again. This might be hell.
Now, can you give me an example of a photographer
Okay,
who perfectly
this is
captured the
messed
human
up.
condition in black and white?
Am I stuck in a time loop?
Anybody? Bueller?
Diane Arbus.
Be calm and don't freak out.
Why Arbus?
Yet.
Because of her images of hopeless faces, you feel like totally haunted by the eyes of those sad mothers and children.
She saw humanity as tortured, right?
Wait, what's going on? Nobody even cares?
Keep it to yourself. Seriously, though, I could frame any one of you in a dark corner and capture you in a moment of desperation.
Everybody's gone now. Have I totally fucked up time? This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, she totally did.
I'm sorry, Kate. Not yet, you bastard. I don't care if this is a dream or a nightmare. I'm taking this picture.
Okay, I was a little confused by there because I was like, wasn't Chloe supposed to show up there? But whatever. So these next ones are going to be very tricky.
Rachel didn't deserve any of this. Oh no. Holy shit. Look at all these dead birds. This can't be real.
And unfortunately, it really is.
I see you, Max Caulfield. Don't even think about leaving here until we talk about your entry. I just wanted to know if you'd like to spend the rest of your life in my darkroom. Your purity inspires me so much, and we could be so happy together. Who needs selfies when I can give you portraiture?
There's no way I'm saying that. No way.
My selfies are shit. I need to be framed by a real artist. I'm just a poser.
Yes, you will be posing. For me. There's so many angles I want to expose you with to the world. I hope you don't mind needles or duct tape.
This can't be real. I don't believe it.
Wow. That's...
Hey, Kate. Max. How could you let me jump off a roof? You were the only person I trusted here, but you never really listened to me. Now I'm never going to heaven. Instead, you've stuck me in hell. Alone forever.
No! Kate, I was only trying to save you.
Bruh. Whales are over there. Victoria Chase rolls. I don't see anything else here. I'm assuming I have to keep going through this door. No. Rachel Amber. So I have
I
to
wonder
go
if Rachel has a room around here.
224. That'd be this one. Two, 221. Two, 2, 1. I wonder if it's telling me that I need to go to my room. Oh, we got giant squirrels.
This one is for Samuel.
That's how you get that. We got 3 more to go. Now. Do this again. Which one is my room again? 219.
يشبه وحيس يا بيرفع سنو سنامزك
Everything's going in reverse.
عشان تزيد فاسكش عشان يكفوسيش
Now that one's a little that was tricky. Because you actually have to untake that photo in order to get it. But yeah. Alright. You have to go through here.
Don't try to hide, Max. Get over here. Let me capture you.
Jefferson is coming after me again.
Max,
No.
you used to be so pure, so innocent. Now, you have to die. Please understand, Max. The only place I...
Max!
My selfie is in the dark room. Please understand, Max. The only place I can be my selfie is in the dark room.
What?
I can't believe you let that hillbilly murder me in cold blood. What happened to your spark, Max? I thought I could be your professor for life. I realize now you'll never be an artist, much less a photographer. Come here, Max. Class is dismissed. I miss
Max!
Come here, Max. Class is dismissed. I miss those days when you looked at me in class with those wide eyes. I want to be your professor again. I can teach you so much.
Good evening, Blackwell. This is Principal Wells, and I'm here to drop the mic on Max Caulfield. Attention! I regret to announce that one of your fellow classmates, Maxine Caulfield, has died under tragic circumstances. Max has died under tragic circumstances that I promise to investigate after I get my drink on. Max. Drink on.
are you? Max, come out to play. Come out to play. Hey, babe, who wants to go ape? Go ape, babe. You dig my wheels, Max? Get in the car. I'll take you for a ride. Get in the car!
How can I tell Max's parents that she's a nosy little bitch?
Max, I know you're in here. You can run, but you can't hide from your white
I
knight.
knew I should have given that
Give it up!
scholarship to Victoria instead of Max.
What's up with you and that blue-haired loser? You need an alpha male,
Miss
baby.
Price can't just show up at Blackwell in a wheelchair and think we're going to accommodate her every whim.
Never snoop around his room again.
Max, imagine if we were in that...
Come over here, young Max. You're my spirit animal. Room again. Come over here, young Max. You're my spirit animal. Too bad you didn't become friends with the Tabanga.
Forever and we'll go ape. Did that get you hot when you saw me?
Oh shit, Warren. That is too weird. Fucking scary. Just in case I need evidence.
Max, where are you?
Samuel wants to make sure you never
Max,
snoop
come
around
out to
his room.
play. Come out to play.
Come over here, young Max.
Okay. And that's how you get that one. Oh, we got one more to go, and it's still in this area. It's gonna be the one with the bottles. Okay.
Ape. Who wants to go ape? Go ape,
And they're hungry.
How far does he go?
Do you have a scarf I can borrow, Max? Samuel wants to make sure you never snoop around his room again. Come
I
over
wish I could press a button and blow this whole fucking school up.
Too bad you didn't become friends with the Tabanga.
Admit it, Max. You're a
do the
stoner.
work while you do nothing and whine.
A weed junkie. You thought I was
Chloe is a
harassing Kate,
loser,
but I was
just
out
like
there.
you,
What the
Max.
hell did
And
you
you
do
can't
for
keep saving her. Loser, just...
What? That is some cheese.
Burrito swallows your ass up.
Bony ass over here. I'm gonna cut you open, freak. You could have seen.
Those were my beans, Max. Those were my fucking beans.
No, with this one.
Max, Rachel not only gave great headshots, she gave great head. Especially after I dug her body up to be with her one final time. Why are you looking at me like that?
Mantis.
Me and Rachel are floating down here in the sewer. Come on down. Oh man, you should have heard Chloe smack talk you. It was brutal. But of course, I see what she's talking about now.
Oh, that's just some cheese.
Max.
Don't you?
Max.
Rachel gave great help. She gave great especially after I dug her body up. Rachel.
Take.
Oh no. Bottles. This might be hell.
Yep. The worst part is you need to collect 5 of them again.
Hey Max, what the fuck ever you gonna do now?
Max, me and Rachel are floating down here in the sewer. Come on down.
Well, these ones aren't too hard to find.
Oh man, you should have heard Chloe smack talk you. It was brutal.
Hey Max, do you want to say hello to Rachel?
Oh, when did I get bad bottle karma?
Hey! Get over here!
Oh my gosh, come on!
Stop!
Bro, move out my way.
Stop right now! Stop, man!
You took some of my drugs. Maybe you'd be a lot happier. Get your bony ass over it. I'm gonna cut you off.
Oh, no, boo-hoo. Oh, Rachel, there's worm food.
You won't be distracted in class anymore.
Gold, genius.
Come on down.
Was there one more left?
Oh man, you should have heard Chloe smack talk you. It was brutal. But of course, I see what she's talking.
Looks like there's still bottles to find. Oh, joy.
Just bone, meat, maggots.
Okay, so where's... Oh, it's over there.
Hey Max, do you want to say hello to Rachel? She's posing.
My fucking beads!
Rachel.
I sure hope you
Rachel
don't get buddies now.
Just like her last name, I can finally see right through her skin and feel now that Chloe's dead. Max.
Hey Max! Come on, girlie. Max!
Man, leave me alone.
Max.
Great
headshots. She gave great scenes. Especially after
Nobody ever helped me, Max. Especially you.
Oh,
Where is that
man.
last
You
bottle?
should have heard Chloe smack talk you. It was brutal. But of course, I see what she's talking about.
Max. Max!
You took some.
Don't be dead.
When you open freak.
Hey, Max, what the fuck ever you gonna do now that
Those were my
Dug her
bees,
body to
Max.
be with her one
Those
final
were
time.
my fucking bees.
Why are you looking at me like that? Gave great headshots. Hey.
Move.
Please let that be the last one.
Max. Rachel not only gave great headshots.
What the fuck ever you gonna do now that I'm dead? Oh man, Rachel looked just like a zombie model in the dirt. Just bone.
Alrighty, people, and this is the last one.
I need proof that bottles were out to get me, just in case.
That covers that one, and then that should cover. Yep. So now, only thing left is to actually finish this chapter.
Don't you dare question the chef.
Right, like you're the real cook here?
I am when your mom is away.
I'll let her know that.
Hello? Hey, honey. Just making a fabulous breakfast with Chloe and Max. We're all going to work at the Two Whales. What? Oh, I didn't know you had to get groceries. Of course I'll come pick you up. Now I'll have an excuse to get a mocha. Be there shortly. Love you. Excuse me, ladies. I have to go rescue yonder queen at the Save Mart. She don't have many bags of delicious grub for us
You
to
are
feast
ridiculous.
upon. You'll be grateful for that someday. Shit, where are my keys?
That's $1 for the swear jar.
You mean your college fund? Keys, please. Shit, where are those keys?
Another $1 for the swear jar.
You're bankrupting me. Aha! You can't hide from me forever. Now lock up after I leave. Play nice. Try not to destroy too much of the house. And no Chloe and Max wine tasting session.
Wow.
Dad.
How long will this nightmare go on?
Bruh.
I think you'd be perfect for my new photo series on retro grunge. You have the same qualities that I loved in Rachel Amber, but not Max.
Max is a fucking child.
Oh, Christ, I know. And she never shuts up, does she?
I'm so over her hipster bullshit.
I think everyone at Blackwell is over Max. Let's prove it.
Holy shit, Warren. Max is trying to play us both.
Guess she's not as innocent as she acts.
Not when she's trying to hook up with both of us.
I only want to go ape with you, Chloe. Come here.
God damn, you are a sexy bitch. Why hang out with Max, huh?
Boredom. Plus, she's like my personal puppet.
I hear that. Do you want a party? I got a drugstore in my room.
Oh shit, look at Max spying on us. Take a fucking picture, bitch. Or take a selfie. See, this is how you bust a move, Max. No mosh pit for you, Shaka Bra. Damn, Victoria. You're a real woman. Not a little girl like Max.
I fucking love your tats, Chloe. You're so hot. I can't believe it took us so long to hook up.
Why did you get rewind powers? You don't even know how to use them. Rachel's dead and you're still alive. Life is so not fair. I wish you would have never come back to Arcadia Bay. You're the real Storm.
We are.
Great. Numbers are all over the place. How will I find the right code?
I can't even remember which was the right code for this. No.
I'll be so grateful if this is the last digicode.
Yes, digicode. Wow, the dog really had to.
Why doesn't the mirror reflect any of the numbers?
Thank you for that. Ba-doo.
Don't kill us, Max!
I guess I'll never dance again, Max.
Right when I was about to start a new life in California. Shit,
I
Max,
can't believe you kissed me.
I thought we were on the same team.
Now you're going to kill me?
Now I'll
Max,
die alone.
please save us.
Save the Bigfoots, Max. Please.
Honey, I always thought of you like a daughter. And now you're gonna take me away from my family. Why would you do that?
Max, you're exactly the kind of soldier I'd want by my side in a war.
Son of a bitch, this is gonna hurt. So this is how
Killing
Max
me
gets
is
her revenge on
so not cool.
Breaker.
I know
Thanks
I
for
haven't
saving
been
me
the
and
best principal
carrying
to
the load,
you,
good buddy.
but
That's
you've
a
been a
big 10-4.
great everyday hero for us.
Please save us.
I guess my husband and new baby will have to go without me.
Don't let the squirrels die.
I wish we had been friends, Max. But please, don't let me die like this. I'm still a teenager.
Max, I truly am sorry for being such a bastard. You would have been cool to hang out with. I just don't want everybody else to suffer like me.
You've
Please,
always
Max,
had my
don't
back,
kill me
and
so
now
we
you're
can
going to let
finally
me
have our
die.
tea session.
Thanks, Max.
Max, I want you to know how much confidence you gave me. Nobody ever did that for me.
I survived poverty and an abusive family, just so I can end up here to die.
You've always had my back, and now you're going to let me die? Thanks, Max.
Literally, all this is a guilt trip to the final choice.
Who are you? Holy shit, are you serial? I'm you, dumbass. Or I'm one of many Maxes you've left behind. Can you get me out of here? Oh, so you want help? Thought you could control everybody and everything, huh? Twist time around your fingers? I tried to help. I only wanted to do the right thing. No, you only wanted to be popular. And once you got these amazing powers, your big plan was to trick people into thinking you give a rat's ass. I do care. That's why I was trying to make friends. By telling people what they want to hear. You were just looking for a shortcut because you can't make friends on your own. That's not true. I have great friends, and I've used my powers for good. Please, stop playing innocent. You're a goddamn hypocrite. You've left a trail of death and suffering behind you. That was not my fault, you son of a bitch. Don't you dare talk about our mom that way. What about the crap that was your fault? Wait, let me guess. You fucked up time and space for your precious punk Chloe? You think she's worth all that? Of course. She's my best friend. Oh yeah, you ignored your best friend for 5 years while she went through hell. Some friend. Chloe does a better job of guilt-tripping me than you do. Because you let her bully you. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. But you didn't do that homework, so you have to learn the hard way. Like Rachel. Just shut up. You're not scaring me anymore. I'd be more worried about Chloe killing us than Jefferson. Max, do you really think she's our friend? That she respects us in any way? Man, you are so stupid. I'm embarrassed to have the same name. And someday Chloe will destroy... Oh hell, speak of the devil.
Dude, do not even fuck with her head. She knows what we went through together this week, and you don't. There's no way you can break up our team. This is reality. After 5 years, you're still Max Caulfield.
I am seriously glad to see you.
Welcome home, Max. Fasten your seatbelt.
Oh. Okay, this happened.
I know it was your birthday last month. This was my real father's camera. I want you to have it.
Yes, of course it's cool. Thank you. This camera is so sweet.
Now that we got that mushy shit out of the way, I feel like stage diving. Let's thrash this place. Yep, I'm fucking insane in the brain. Let's dance! Shake that bony white ass. Or take my picture with your new camera. This song fucking rules. Can't dance, hippie? Come on. Rock out, girl!
Yo, turn it off! Turn it off! You need to hide now. My stepdad will kill me if he finds you here.
You were here today, Max. You saved me. I'm still tripping on that. Seeing you after all these years feels like
Destiny.
If this is destiny, I hope we can find Rachel. I miss her, Max. What the hell is this?
Snowflakes? Or a storm is coming?
Max, start from the beginning. Tell me everything. Let's talk about your superpower. Epic! I pledge allegiance to Max and the power for which she stands. You can rewind time, Max. That's fucking insane. We have to play. You need a sidekick to guide you.
Okay, Girl Wonder. Show me the way to Chloe's cave.
Okay.
Welcome to American Rust, my home away from hell.
Raw and rough. It suits you.
Max, do you know how awesome this is? I get my best friend back, and she's also supersized.
I don't feel so super.
Max, here, let me help you find a place to chill. You freaked me out there. Do you feel any better now? You saved me again. Crazy. Now we're totally bonded for life. Since you're the mysterious superhero, I'll be your faithful chauffeur and companion.
My powers might not last, Chloe.
That's okay. We will. Forever. I'm so glad you're my partner in crime. As long as you're my partner in time. I might get on the other side of that door before you, Lupin.
The race is on. See you soon. Welcome to my domain.
You are magic! I have no clue how the hell you got in there, but you did it, sister. Max, you better come check out these files.
It's not a drawing. Look. Rachel in the dark room. Rachel in the dark room. Over and over. That's it. No, you are not taking the cozy chair.
Max, do your powers include mind reading? Or did you just rewind because I tried to steal the chair? Shit, I'm confused.
It's the powers of best friendship. I know how you roll. Cowabunga!
Why, look, an otter in my water. Your power is changing everything, Max. Especially you. I can already tell.
You're not so chicken shit anymore.
Thanks, girlfriend.
And you make me feel like I have a reason for still being in Arcadia Bay.
Let's call it a draw. I'm gonna freeze my ass off when I get out.
You look cute with your hair soaked in chemicals.
Hide! Hide! You can't go back to your dorm now. You're a Blackwell fugitive. Crash at my place tonight.
Photobomb!
Photo hog. It feels like a different world from yesterday.
We left a skid mark on Blackwell last night.
Wish we could just hang out all morning like we used to. Maybe we should get up. I have to get back to Blackwell soon.
I double dare you. Kiss me now. Damn, you're hardcore, Max. Now I can text Warren and tell him he doesn't stand a chance. Unless he's into girl-on-girl action.
You're such a dork.
Oh, we could cruise everywhere in this bad boy. Can you see us heading down the coast to Big Sur and beyond? I know, just daydreaming. That makes me ill that Rachel posed like this for Frank. I wrote him love letters. I can't believe she was banging Frank. Rachel straight up lied to my face. Why didn't she say anything?
Because she knew how you would react.
And she wasn't much of a friend, huh? Just another person who shits all over me. Why does everybody in my life let me down? My dad gets killed, you bail on me for years, my mother gloms onto stepfucker, now Rachel betrays me. Not until I see it first. You know the rules, Dad. Dude, I am so lucky that my father is cool. Max, you are being so fucking strange. You feel okay?
Chloe, I am awesome. We are awesome.
It's weird hanging out with you again.
I know. I'm glad we are, though.
Look, the worst thing you can do is treat me like a baby. I still want to laugh and talk shit with my best friend. Can we stop? This is seriously the best view of the sunset. What do photographers call that?
The golden hour.
Whoa, awesome picture. We look so badass in our pirate gear.
We should have taken over Arcadia Bay when we had the chance.
Listen, Max. My respiratory system is failing, and it's only getting worse. I've heard the doctors talking about it when they thought I was zonked out. So, I know I'm just putting off the inevitable while my parents suffer along, and I will too. This isn't how I want things to end.
What? What are you saying?
I'm saying that being with you again has been so special. I just wanted to feel like when we were kids running around Arcadia Bay and everything was possible, and you made me feel that way today. I want this time with you to be my last memory. Do you understand?
Chloe, you're back. Kate wasn't the first. All those binders are filled with other victims. Victoria has to be next. Nathan must be planning to dose her tonight at the Vortex Club party.
Rachel, this can't be real. These are all post shots, right?
right? The junkyard. Max, we have to find that spot now. Then we can see what he did. There's no way she's dead. No way. She posed for those pictures, Max. I know it. Please, let's go.
Chloe, you're back. I'm so glad you're here.
You sound high, but thanks for the morning grope. Since we were up all night playing CSI Arcadia Bay, I was still spaced out here trying to put all this info together.
Kate wasn't the first.
Rachel! Oh, Rachel, no, please not her!
Chloe.
Rachel, why?
I'm sorry, Chloe. I'm so sorry.
I loved her so much. How can she be dead? What kind of world does this? Who does this? Come on, Max, we're almost there. Please wake up. Max, come on now. Don't worry. We'll be okay. Max, can you hear me? Please say something.
Chloe, I must have passed out.
Oh, thank God. Don't you ever do that again, okay?
I swear. But that nightmare was so real. It was so horrible. My storm! I caused this! I caused all of this! I changed fate and destiny so much that I actually did alter the course of everything! And all I really created was just death and destruction!
Fuck all that, okay? You were given a power. You didn't ask for it. And you saved me. Which had to happen. All of this did. Except for what happened to Rachel. But without your power, we wouldn't have found her. Okay, so you're not the goddamn Time Master, but you're Maxine Caulfield. And you're amazing. Max. This is the only way.
I feel like I took this shot 1,000 years ago.
You could use that photo to change everything right back to when you took that picture. All that would take is for me to...
Fuck that. No way. You are my #1 priority now. You are all that matters to me.
I know. You proved that over and over again, even though I don't deserve it. I'm so selfish. Not like my mom. Look what she had to give up and live through. And she did. She deserves so much more than to be killed by a storm in a fucking diner. Even my stepfather deserves her alive. There's so many more people in Arcadia Bay who should live. Way more than me.
Don't say that. I won't trade you.
You're not trading me. Maybe you've just been delaying my real destiny. Look at how many times I've almost died or actually died around you. Look at what's happened in Arcadia Bay ever since you first saved me. I know I've been selfish, but for once, I think I should accept my fate. Our fate, Chloe. Max, you finally came back to me this week, and you did nothing but show me your love and friendship. You made me smile and laugh like I haven't done in years. Wherever I end up after this, in whatever reality, all those moments between us were real, and they'll always be ours. No matter what you choose, I know you'll make the right decision.
Chloe, I can't make this choice.
No, Max. You're the only one who can.
And given all that soliloquy, the developers gave you this false illusion that you actually get an actual choice. They want you to choose Save Arcadia Bay. That's literally what this was. However, to keep continuity that I've done with my playthroughs, I actually saved Chloe, so I will be saving Chloe for this playthrough. I will still show you guys what the actual ending, like the real ending to Life is Strange is. But yeah, for the sake of continuity of my other Life is Strange playthroughs, it's Arcadia Bay gets sacrificed.
Max, it's time. Not Max, I'll always be with you. Forever.
But in their real ending, they actually want you to sacrifice Chloe. And you'll actually see that it's clearly that's the choice the developers wanted you to make. That was the one thing I did not like with the Life is Strange, was how they force you your choice in the ending. Because I don't want any copyright right now. But yeah, look how I left it. Chloe gets to actually leave Arcadia Bay, but in this fashion. And there's my platinum. Y'all got to see that live. But yeah. You and 60% of players decided to sacrifice Arcadia Bay. The other 40% sacrificed Chloe. This one. 91% of players. David got a scar during the fight. Oh, you were able to get him unscathed? Cool. So David killed Jefferson. You and 52% of players. You and 74% of players saved the trucker. You and 67% of players saved Evan. Yeah, I didn't know where Alyssa was, so I wasn't able to save her there. You saved the fisherman. You and 76% of players. You and 63% of players. You didn't change Joyce's mind about David. Oh, damn it! I could have fixed that. You told the truth about Rachel to Frank. You and 63% of players. You 48% of players. You kissed Warren. 11%. You did not. Any affection. Damn, y'all cold as hell. But yeah. How much is left in the recording? You know what I'll do is I'll show you guys the real ending as well. So I'll get back to you guys when we get back to that point.
Rachel, why? I'm sorry, Chloe. Come on, Max. We're almost there. Max, come on now. Don't worry. We'll be okay.
Oh, wow. I thought it was gonna let me show the other ending. Well, I guess that's it then. I guess I'm gonna have to show you the ending at another time. Well, that was unfortunate. Well, anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and share. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to my channel. Follow my social medias down in the description down below, especially on Twitch, since I will be finishing up Horizon Zero Dawn very soon. So definitely follow me on Twitch. Which, speaking of Horizon, the sequel I will be streaming on Twitch. Hopefully this Friday if Amazon gets my collector's edition on time, but if not this Friday, it'll likely be next week. So yeah, definitely follow me on Twitch if you want to see my playthrough of Forbidden West. And yeah, I will be starting Before the Storm, likely in March. I'll be trying to get through the Uncharted series. I'm close to finishing Uncharted 3. We'll soon be getting to Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy. While also trying to finish up Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Halo Infinite. So, we got some series that we're working on right now. But we have now reached the end of this series. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Chevy D signing off, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Deuces.